Hey, welcome back to Inzarella Family Farm. I'm Gino, and thanks again for joining us on our Midwest journey. So currently, you caught me in the pig pen. As you can see, there are no pigs right now, but we're getting ready to be receiving pigs tomorrow. So we're doing some finishing touches on the pig pen to make it safe and to train the pigs on the hard pen. That's what I'm standing in. That's what we call it. And also to train them on the hot wire, which is at the base of this hard pen. So this morning we came in and replaced all the wire from last year. So it's probably the hot wire is probably about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches off the ground. So keeps a little bit of pressure off the fences. So as the pigs are rooting and messing around, they hit that hot wire. They get a little reminder, stop right there. They don't go any further. We don't want to putting pressure on the fences because we don't want them obviously to get out. And then we have all the T-posts placed on the outside of the fence. So as the pigs push, they're pushing against the T-post, not a wire clip that's holding the panels to the T-post. So that's kind of how we do it. You can see behind me there are 3 white triangles. Those are huts, and they each will hold approximately 6 to 7 full-grown pigs. So obviously if they're piglets or feeder pigs, you're going to be able to hold more in each one. Threw some hay down or straw down for them and that will keep them comfortable, keep them dry, keep them out of the weather. If it rains here in Wisconsin, we get thunderstorms and some nasty weather at times. So that's why we built a hard pen. This hard pen is to be able to contain them if we need to. If there's a storm, like I said, or if we need to treat a pig because there's an injury or illness, we bring them into the hard pen. The hard pen here is just the starting point for the pigs because we rotate our pigs on pasture. This is just to get pigs used to me, get used to being outside, and trying to establish a general overall routine. So when the pigs come in, I'll feed them in troughs. I'll have buckets of feed. I'll come in, fill the troughs. They'll have some buckets of water. And as time goes on, they'll realize, hey, this is the guy that brings me feed. They won't be as skittish around me. And if one does get out or 2 gets out, you know, maybe they recognize the bucket and they'll follow me back into where they need to be. So once the pigs have been in here a short time, then what we do is we open the gate and then we build a small paddocks using hot wire. We'll use 2 strands, and then they'll go out and explore and they'll start learning, hey, you know, this is where I can go, this is as far as I can go, because they'll recognize that hot wire from when they were in the hard pen. So if pigs have everything they need, they usually are pretty chill. They're not going to push through. If something startles them, that may happen, or you know, if the grass is greener on the other side type thing, they may you know, try to get out. But everything's kind of the same around here, so they're usually pretty content. You know, I have their water, I have their feed. So when they do get out and we do make these paddocks, is like I was just describing, what we'll end up doing is putting our pig feeder. If you watch any of the videos from last year, shorts from last year, we have about a 2-ton or a 1-ton hopper. It has 12 flap doors on the bottom. They'll use their nose, lift it up, they'll eat, and then as they back away, it closes, so it helps keep the feed dry and tries to help keep some of the mice and rodents out of it as well. So there's other videos of that. I'll show you guys again when we bring it out here. I'll do another update for some of the new folks. So we got all that going on. We got their pig water. The pig water, if you guys come over here with me, I'll kind of show you. It's kind of a neat little thing. It's upside down right now. I don't have any water in it. I'll put some in. But basically, I took a blue 55-gallon plastic drum, and as you can see, I put these pig waters. They're called pig nipples. They go by a couple different names. But what happens is I stick it here like this, and well, let's turn it around, so bring it there like that. So This is filled with water. Every time the pigs come, they push down on this little rod right here, and water will start to drip out, and then they come get water whenever they want, and it helps to keep it cleaner. So the way we train the pigs to this, because they'll smell the water obviously, is we'll put some peanut butter on the ends, and then we'll put their regular water dishes here, and they'll smell the peanut butter. Pigs got a nose. They'll come over here and they'll start licking on the peanut butter, and they'll get water, and it'll be a huge epiphany for them. And then they'll figure out, hey, this is where our water is. So I didn't come up with that idea. Somebody else did, excuse me, on YouTube. And it worked surprisingly well and really quick. They figured it out really, really quick. So we're going to probably build another one because we have 14 pigs coming. So there's not a whole lot of competition. Because once they get big, you know, 300-400 pounds, mostly about 300 pounds. We had a couple bigger ones last year. They start fighting, and they can push each other into fences and do all kinds of stuff, hurt themselves, and you know, so we don't want that to happen. So we can limit competition, we will. So that's kind of how we do the water. That's how we do the huts, the hard pen, and then we're gonna let them out probably in, I don't know, a couple weeks. Usually they'll be in here, and then they're off to the races. You guys come over here with me. I'll show you this right here. We're going to go look at the grass. I know it sounds exciting, grass, right? But all this back here behind me was all part of the pigs' rotational grazing last year. And I mean, you can see the grass is just lush green grass. So the pigs this year will come back, and we'll start them here, and we'll still move them out. But the sheep have been in here already, and they are loving it. Matter of fact, when we let them out to graze, the sheep will come back to this spot here on the property and start grazing out here. They're I don't know, maybe the grass tastes different. I don't know. But it's really thick, it's really green, it's really lush. They knock down a lot of the dead sticks and brush and all that stuff, and this year they'll do the same thing. But it really opened it up compared to last year before we started grazing. So it's quite interesting to see the results this year. And that was the first time that I've ever done it. And I'll tell you, when they disturb those seed beds, and those seeds that have been, you know, below the surface for a while come to the surface and get, you know, light and water and warm sunshine, it's a big difference than what was here before. Like I said, it's really thick, full of grass. So we're going to continue to do that. We want to open up our woods in the north here, Wisconsin. We call them woods. We don't call them forests. When I first moved here, I was explained that quite nicely. Because when we were in California, we were in the forest. We were up by gold country. So a little different. So yeah, so we're doing what we need to do to get ready, and hopefully things will go well. Last year we really didn't have many issues at all, and the issues we did have were pretty minor. I think I had one pig hit the hot wire, and instead of backing up went forward, and then proceeded to try to figure out how to get back in. So I ended up turning off the hot wire, lowering the wire so the pig wouldn't see it, and then trying to get it to go back in with its friends. And it was probably about, I would say about 190 pounds, 200 pounds at that point. So, but it was funny because it was like trying to push them to go in. Yeah, you ain't pushing a 200-pound pig. It's gonna do what it wants. So, but it went back in, we got it in, and everything was fine. But lesson learned there. So, but we're excited to you know, start the year off again. We've been doing chickens. We're through lambing, so we're now got all the lambs and the ewes out on grass grazing. So we're starting to get into the thick of it, and then we'll be processing and then selling some of our product over at the farmers market in some of the surrounding areas here. Plus, we'll be filling a bunch of our pre-orders that we have, returning customers from last year, which is always a good thing, because that means we're doing it right and they enjoyed what they got. So yeah, so stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. We're trying to grow the channel. I'm a one-man show out here. My wife helps when she can. She's behind the camera right now. But we're really trying to put up more videos and share my experiences with everybody, my successes and my failures. Don't know it all. Still learning, still making mistakes, still changing things up, still trying to get more efficient. So you guys come along and watch and learn. And if I can save folks some time and money, hey, fantastic. That would be great. So yeah, so that's it for now. So stay tuned for more. Have a great day.